This project itself is a huge fiasco, a grand failure, and yet 1,20,000 crores of rupees was spent on this project. This money belongs to the exchequer of India. This is the money of the people of India, the taxpayers' money, and hence every Indian should know that this corruption, this scam is the biggest scam of India. And also to bring to the attention of the Parliament the magnitude of this scam, YSR Telangana party has decided to take up a march even into the Parliament just to throw light on the biggest scam of India.
Now, what is the Mangli site?
So, there are a number of irregularities in this Kaleshwaram project. This project was originally planned by my own father, the late Chief Minister of United Andhra Pradesh, Dr. Y.S. Rajashekar Reddy. When Dr. Y.S. Rajashekar Reddy planned this project some 15 years ago, this project was meant to cost 38,000 crores of rupees and meant to irrigate 16 lakh acres of land. But after KCR came to power, Mr. KCR hiked the project cost of this project from 38,000 crores to 1,20,000 crores of rupees. While Dr. YSR's project was meant to irrigate 16 lakhs, KCR said that this project is going to irrigate 18 lakh 25,000 acres of new aykat. So our question is, just to irrigate 2 lakh more acres, you have escalated the project cost by 3 times. A project that was supposed to cost 38,000 and meant to irrigate 16 lakhs has now costed 1,20,000 crores of rupees, meant to irrigate 18 lakh acres of new aykat. And even though it was meant to irrigate, it never ever has irrigated even half or even close to 18 lakhs. A minister of the BRS party himself made an admission in the assembly itself that Kaleshwaram project has irrigated 1,50,000 acres of land in the recent season. So my point is, on the one side, 1,20,000 crores of rupees was spent, 3 times escalated, the project cost was escalated, but only 1,50,000 acres was actually irrigated. While this project was initially meant to cost 80,000 crores of rupees, when Mr. KCR redesigned YSR's project, this project has actually costed 1,20,000 crores of rupees. What logical explanation has Mr. KCR given for taking the project cost from YSR's 38,000 crores of rupees to 80,000 crores of rupees, and then from there to 1,20,000 crores of rupees? Everywhere that you see, there are irregularities in this project. In every package, the way the contracts were assigned to, everything is there is corruption involved. The cost of the procurement of the equipment is inflated many times over in this project, and this is visible again and again in every package of the Kaleshwaram. Just for example, I will quote a few. Equipment that BHEL sold to Kaleshwaram for 1,600 crores of rupees is shown in Kaleshwaram's account as 7,500 crores of rupees was spent to procure the same equipment. So, say for example, it actually cost X amount, but in Kaleshwaram books it is shown as to have costed 5X or 4X. So, doesn't this call for an audit? Doesn't this call for an inquiry? Also, the quality of the works of this project is heavily compromised. Many experts have advised against many technicalities of this project. Simple examples would be many experts advised against submerged pump houses, but Mr. KCR insisted on submerged pump houses. The experts said that surface pump houses are going to cost at least 1,000 crores lesser than submerged pump houses, and also the risk of earthquakes or the risk of flooding will not be a risk. But Mr. KCR insisted on hiking the project because his commissions are dependent on the size of the project. Because if the project is big, his commissions are going to be bigger. That's why Mr. KCR insisted on going for submerged pump houses, and the recent floods have submerged this project beyond repair and recognition. So the preventive walls or the retention walls that were supposed to protect this project from flood actually gave in, because the protection wall was not made of concrete. It was made of cheaper materials like brick, and thereby the whole project is submerged. Doesn't this call for an audit? Doesn't this call for an inquiry? Also, the viability of the project. There is no sense at all in the viability of this project. Mr. KCR, 1,20,000 crores of rupees, Mr. KCR said would irrigate just 18 lakh acres. In the history of India, nobody has spent so much of money to irrigate 18 lakh acres, just 18 lakh of new acres. Also, on the one side, it has not irrigated 18 lakhs. 1,20,000 crores of rupees was spent, and the minister said it irrigated. 1 year it irrigated 50,000 acres, one other year it irrigated 67,000 acres, and another year in the recent season, the minister himself said it irrigated not more than 1.5 lakh acres. So literally 1.20 lakh crores of rupees was invested, was used up to irrigate only 1.5 lakh acres of land. Doesn't this call for an inquiry? Doesn't this call for an audit? If the cost is on one side, say 1,20,000 crores of rupees is already spent. If that is on one side, there is a recurring cost for this project that is going to recur every year, because this is a lift irrigation project and the water has to be lifted. The power bills are going to be huge. Even until today, 3,000 crores was spent just on power bills. And apart from that, the debt servicing of this project is 13,000 crores of rupees per annum. So there is, in any way you look at it, there is no viability for this project. So on what basis was this project commissioned? On what basis was this project even approved? An audit has to be done. We are demanding that an inquiry be done. Also, in the recent times we have seen that this project was actually given permission for 2 TMC of water per day, to lift 2 TMC of water for 90 days, which means per annum this project can lift 180 TMC of water. But in no particular year, even though the project has been commissioned since 3 years, in no year did this project lift that 180 TMC of water. The maximum it lift was around 35 TMC. So even half a TMC is not being used, while the permission is for 2 TMC, while the spending was done for 2 TMC. And if the project is not utilizing even 2 TMC of water, what right, on what basis does Mr. KCR want to hike this to 3 TMC of water? Now KCR is making plans to hike this project to 3 TMC of water. That means more amount is going to be spent on this project, and then more commissions can be drawn. So this project has literally been a vending machine for Mr. KCR. This Kaleshwaram project is nothing but a vending machine for Mr. KCR. And my question to all the opposition parties is, why isn't there an inquiry until now? Why aren't the opposition parties fighting for this? In the state of Telangana, we have Mr. Revant Reddy, who is the Congress chief. And he is the one who is actually involved in a vote for note scam. So if such a person is made the party chief in Congress, then there is no surprise that he is going to be sold to the contractors of the Kaleshwaram project. So that apart, the BJP party itself knows that there is huge corruption in the project of Kaleshwaram. Many ministers, like the Water Resource Minister himself or Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman herself, have gone on record to say that there is huge corruption in the project of Kaleshwaram. So if the BJP party knows that there is huge corruption in this project, then why isn't the BJP party commissioning an inquiry? Isn't BJP party the watchdog of India? You are in authority in India. Isn't it your responsibility to commission an inquiry into something that you know is wrong in the state of Telangana? Why isn't an inquiry being commissioned even to this date? Is what YSR Telangana party is demanding all the opposition parties. And today, KCR is the only family that is benefited from the Kaleshwaram project. 1,20,000 crores of rupees was spent, and all this money is being pocketed by KCR, his family, and the contractors to which these undue favors had been given. There was no basis of giving the contracts in the first place. Even impaneled companies, non-impaneled companies were given contracts. On the whole, there is huge corruption in the project of Kaleshwaram, and YSR Telangana party is demanding an inquiry into the Kaleshwaram project because this money belongs to the people of India. This is not notional money I am talking about. This is money that the central financial institutions have lent to the project of Kaleshwaram, and this money, because it is a central financial institutions that lent, this money belongs to all the people of India, all the taxpayers of India. And because this money is the center's money, all the country has to know that this is the biggest scam of India. And YSR Telangana party is the only party that is tirelessly fighting for justice in the project of Kaleshwaram. Therefore, YSR Telangana party is taken up a march onto the parliament to bring to the notice of the parliamentarians the magnitude of corruption in this scam. The CAG preliminary detailed report on Kaleshwaram contract irregularities have to be tabled in Parliament. A joint parliamentarian committee has to be formed to study and table the report in Parliament about the undue and unethical loans taken from the PSUs to execute the scam and put the people of Telangana under huge debt stress. A task force comprising of the Chief Vigilance Commissioner, irrigation experts, CBI, ED, IT have to be formed to investigate the Kaleshwaram scam. The investigation should be extended to unearthing also the GST scam by the beneficiary contractor who got it's called the mega company, who got favors and did favors to the KCR government, violating all rules and regulations. Also, a precedent rule has to be imposed to have an impartial and uninterrupted investigation by these central agencies to unearth the massive corruption in the Kaleshwaram project.
Ma'am, have you got the permission from March?
Thank you.
Ma'am, have you got the permission from March?
Therefore, now we are marching towards the parliament.